Good evening. Welcome to the press conference for USA Lithuania. Lithuania winning this Group J game 110 to 104 to clinch first place in Group J. Obviously, both teams had already clinched spots in the quarterfinals. Anthony Edwards and Steve Kerr have joined us. Just before we start, if you could just make sure your mobile phones are switched on silent. And we're going to actually start with Coach Kerr with your comment tonight. First, please.
Yeah, it was a great basketball game. Lithuania obviously just came out of the gates on fire. I think they made their first 9 or 10 threes, took it to us, and I love the way our guys fought back, played much better in the second half, competed like crazy, and gave it a really good run, but it wasn't enough. We're fortunate that the loss doesn't hurt us in terms of our goal, which is to win the gold medal. But it's a great game for us to experience because this is FIBA. There's some great teams that have continuity, that understand what they're doing, that execute. And I thought Lithuania was brilliant tonight, and they deserve to win.
Thank you, Steve. Anthony, if you could give us a comment, please.
He said everything.
Okay. All right. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you right here in the front. There you go.
Big Fisher with Yahoo Sports. Steve, a couple of the guys out in the mix zone credited with miscommunications on defense with other screen actions and stuff. What do you think was kind of missing in the communication side of things on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, we were on our heels that whole first half. They were carving us up, and we definitely had some miscommunications. But as I said, we improved in the second half. We started playing a lot harder, which we are going to have to do, and had our chances. They made several really tough off-balance threes that allowed them to stay ahead. So, when a team does that, you give them credit. But as I said, we'll learn from this. We have a great tape to watch and see the things we need to improve upon and go from there.
And just wondering where you are right now mentally after your first loss with Team USA and headed into the quarterfinals.
Luckily we get to play again, so that's all I'm thinking about. It's the next game. Yeah, that game over with. We're gonna watch film, learn from it, but yeah, on to the next one.
Steve, Tim Reynolds with the AP. It's every game means something, obviously, even though this one, like you said, didn't mean a whole lot standings-wise. How much did that concern you going in when you don't technically have a whole ton to play for? But yes, you're representing the country, you're representing, the program, all of that. Where did you sense that this could have been a dangerous one, just given that, Tuesday was a lock no matter what?
Not really. I didn't feel like we let down. We didn't play particularly well against Montenegro, so we wanted to come out and play better, but they just punched us in the mouth. Right away, they made every shot. They executed, and so I don't think it was a case of us not being ready. I think it was a case of them playing a perfect first quarter and us understanding, how hard we're going to have to play to accomplish our goal.
Brian.
Steve, you've made it clear that you want to play right here. You want to play small and you want to switch. And you didn't. I don't think you went to two bigs much tonight. If you did it all, you kind of stuck with your game plan. Do you think that is going to carry you through ultimately, especially since not every team is as big as Lithuania?
Well, we did play two bigs, several times in the first half. When we had Walker out there, Bobby at the 4, Paolo, we had combinations of those guys out together. So I think, the thing with FIBA is you're putting the team together quickly. You're really having to go with your gut, at each juncture. Every moment where you feel like you need to make a shift, you got to make a shift. So we had our shifts today where we did have two bigs out there, it wasn't very successful, so we went with different lineups that we thought could do better, and we did have a good second half, but like I said, we were too far behind.
Etiel Delay from Sportskeeda. And I have a question for you. So I noticed that you kind of thought there were a lot of no calls during the game. Do you feel like there was any unfair officiating, and how did that affect you?
Nope. They beat us fair and square, man. Shout out to number 22. He hit 2 big threes in the fourth when we was making our run off balance, falling out of bounds. One of them was 2 seconds left. I stripped the ball. He picked it up and threw it. So, shout out to him, man. It was his night. So they beat us fair and square.
Sorry, right here.
Hi. Coach Steve, there were a few times that Lithuania targeted Austin, particularly.
I'm sorry, a few times that what?
That Lithuania targeted Austin, particularly in the post. Yeah. Was that a factor in your decision making and taking him out of the game, inserting him, and how do you think he's going to respond to that?
I took him out because of the foul trouble. They posted him up. They're a very strong team, and a lot of their guys are trying to back us down, post us up, and just wasn't Austin's night. He got a couple of plays down there that he'd like to have back, I'm sure, but not worried about Austin.
Go ahead.
This is for either of you or both, because you were involved. There was a sequence where you appeared to steal the ball, but they ruled shot clock, and then you got hit with a shot clock violation. I think it must have been 14 seconds on the clock. Did they explain why that happened, or were you confused at all with just that whole sequence?
The way I understand the shot clock rule is that if a shot goes up and it's an air ball and the buzzer goes and you rebound, you can go. They ruled that we didn't have possession, and that even though it was imminent possession from Ant, that it was a second after the shot clock, and so they ruled that was a 24-second violation. And then the other one that you said, the 14 one, that was my fault, because when there's a foul, if you get the ball in the front court after a foul or a turnover, it immediately goes to 14, which is a specific FIBA rule. And that was my fault. I wasn't yelling out there to the guys. That's when we got the shot clock violation. And that's something we've got to, take note of and get better with for these final 3 games.
Tim.
Steve, I know it's, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter tonight so much, but were you aware during the game that, or made aware after, that the Paris berth has been clinched?
Yeah. Sean Ford told me that we qualified for the Olympics. Doesn't ease the pain of the loss that we had tonight for us, but for USA Basketball, it's a good thing to not have to go through any qualifying, anything further, you don't have to worry about anything else. But to be honest, I'm not worried about the Olympics. I'm worried about this. We want to win the World Cup, and that's our focus.
Coach, how much was Jaren's foul trouble and impact tonight? I think the final numbers, he was plus 16. USA was plus 16 with him on the floor, minus 22 with him on the bench.
I'm trying to figure out how that math would work. Where did those 6? Wouldn't you just be plus 16 and minus 16?
Maybe some free throws involved? Or,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Jaren's got to be better with that. The first foul of the game, he can't get that one, and he knows that. And we'll show the film, and we need him on the floor. He's one of our best players, and the early fouls changed the game for sure. And then you saw how effective he was when he was on the court. So he's got to improve with that, and he knows that.
Right there.
John Marcus here from Spin.ph. So Coach, in this kind of game, do you still see, or do you still find satisfaction with the performance of your team despite the big deficits, or would you rather just forget about this game and just quickly focus on the next one and just adjust whatever there needs to be done?
I liked the game. I liked what happened tonight. because this happens so quickly. This, the bringing together of a team, and you practice for a few weeks and you play for a gold medal, happens quickly. And it's different. FIBA is different from the NBA, and that's a big focus for our team. We talk about it every day, but these guys have to feel it. They have to feel how good these teams are. Lithuania is a brilliant basketball team. I mean, they move, they shoot it, they cut hard, they really well coached. So it was good for us. I hate losing. I probably won't sleep much tonight. But for us to get better, we needed to feel this. We needed to respond the way we did. And next game, we have to start the way we did in the second half. We can't ease into the game at all. And so I'm hoping that this is a lesson and we get better from this.
Okay, one more.
Karol Siva from Poland. If you had a chance to play this game once again, what would you do differently? It could go to both of you. Thank you.
If we had a chance to play
If you had a chance to play this game once again, what would you do differently?
Lithuania,
Yeah,
if we
this
play
game.
them again,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give that away. We might play them again. So but I might keep that to myself.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we're going to resume the press conference after Lithuania's 110-104 win over the USA here in Group J to clinch first place. Again, both teams already had places in the quarterfinals secure here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Manila. Vidas Karanauskas has joined us along with Kazis Maxvidis. Vidas, if you could just give us a comment, please, on the game.
It's hard to talk. It was a tough game from the beginning. It's a big win for our country, for us like players, for coaches, to play against the best in the world. I'm happy for my country, for my family, for our families, and we don't need to stop now, and we don't need to celebrate much because game in like 48 hours with Serbia, do or die. So happy, but we cannot be too happy.
Okay, thank you very much. Kazis, I can see that you're trying not to smile, but it's okay if you want to. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. So, congratulations to our team, our fans. We start game very well. I think of this we got advantage, and then we try to keep this advantage till the end of the game. Congratulations to our guys to execute plan very well. But like Vidas mentioned, we need to save our emotions and all efforts for next game, because just in 2 days we are starting playoffs. So congratulations one more time, and now we need to have short memory to prepare for the second game.
Okay, thanks very much. If you have a question, raise your hand. Start here on the end.
Hi guys, Joe Varden from The Athletic. Coming into this game, I'm wondering if you're thinking about the distinct size advantage that you would have over Team USA, and specifically with the rebounds. You come in, I know you don't want to share intricacies of game plans, but that's something that you look to exploit against the American team.
Of course, we don't have too much advantages when we are playing against USA team, but we were brave. We tried to attack them off-ball post actions. They are very good on the ball pressure, one-on-one defense, and different from defensive end. We don't want to left them alone. We try to double team to make them, to force them to pass the ball and try to take out the first options. And of course, good percentage, especially first half, help us a lot to win this game.
Vidas in the front here. Jake Fisher with Yahoo Sports. You had that big moment, that and one spin on Austin Reeves, and stuck your tongue out and got the crowd going. What was important about kind of showing your emotional intensity and trying to kind of give it back to USA in this game?
Nothing personal, just love for the game, and I played with his brother last year, so I talked with him before the game. He said, give him a trash talk, so I give him tongue. That's it, nothing special.
Yes, the gentleman in the back there, yep.
Hi, Coach. Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. You both made reference to it, but how difficult is the challenge right now of keeping emotions and composure in check? I mean, you just beat this team, and then your tournament is on the line Tuesday regardless. How difficult is it to sort of balance the joy that comes with beating this team versus a very big game awaits in 2 days?
That's a good question, and we will see in a couple of days. But in locker room, we said to our guys just to celebrate shortly and save all the energy and emotions also for the upcoming game. So it's very hard. We won one of the biggest win in our career, but we don't have time to celebrate this because Serbia is waiting us. They are not waiting us with the flowers and with the red carpet.
In the front row here from Spain.
Hello, Vidas, José Ramón Alba from Spain. Congratulations on the win. You were not supposed to be here. It's that comment. If I don't remember bad, you are playing also in second division of Lithuania. How important for you that made kind of...
Bad information.
Nothing for me. So how important for you to be here to win Lithuania and make the performance you made?
Very important. Very important because it's important for my country to win against USA. It happened like 19 years ago when Sharas was playing. So I was watching that game 20, 25 times maybe. So and now we did it. So it's crazy, but we have to chill.
Evan from FIBA World Basketball.
Hi, Coach. After last year at Eurobasket, when you went out in the round of 16, but you were just a bounce of the ball away from beating Spain, do you think maybe you were underestimated coming into this tournament, and do you think that changes now?
I think so. I've lost a bit of talent before this tournament, but great, good team with hard workers guys, and they fit very well to each other. And it's, from my side, it's a pleasure to coach them, and I hope we keep doing this 3 more games.
John Mark Garcia from Spain.ph. So, Coach, after building that gap and that confidence in the first half, and then you see USA starting to fight back, were you already thinking about making adjustments as soon as possible, or did you leave it to your guys to finish what they started?
One adjustment that we tried to do today to share the minutes, and we did this perfect. 2 guys played just 22 minutes because, like I mentioned before, it's not possible to play day by day. A lot of efforts, a lot of emotions, first of all, and from one side we want to slow down game, from other side we don't want to stop the play our way, how we start the game. So it was like cat and mouse game at the end.
Hi, Coach. Naveen Ganglania for Appler.com. Obviously, you're focused on your next game against Serbia, but if you do advance far into the tournament, there's a good chance you will face USA again, like you did today. And some of the players in the team said today that after the game that they're looking forward to potentially facing Lithuania again. Now, do you think a game like this, though, gives you more confidence moving forward into a potential rematch, knowing you already beat them?
I hope so. I think it's good for USA team also before the playoffs. So I hope so, that we got confidence, and I hope that we have short memory and we'll be ready for the next game.
Hi, Coach. Joe Virai from SB Nation. It seemed as if your game plan defensively was to pack the paint and try to stop their middle penetration and force them to make the pass. How satisfied were you with that game plan, and did it work perfectly?
I think we won the game not with our defense. We want to be much better, but we won the game with our perfect offense, perfect percentage. And of course, we wanted to pack the game, but it's not. We don't want to stop their transition. We want to pack the paint, but they still score 104 points. So I think we won the game of our offense.
Okay, I'm going to ask for questions in Lithuanian. John, do you have any questions in Lithuanian? No? Any questions in Lithuanian? Okay, can we go back to English real quick? 1 second. John?
Coach, good evening and congratulations on the win. John Mogol of Radyo Pilipinas Do Sports. You called up Domantas Motiunas in the 4th quarter when Jonas had to sit down due to foul trouble. He made a basket, made a couple of defensive stops. Could you just talk about the trust you have on Domantas and the benefit of having such a capable guy on your bench?
You know, Lithuania, we are a small country, and I coached Donatas youth age when I was one of the first coaches in the basketball school of Kaunas. So I know him very well, his family, he knows me very well. So when we lost Domantas Sabonis this year, so Dimo Donatas replaced him, and how to say, he compensated.
Yeah, he compensated for
he
the
compensated Domantas Sabonis' role, and he perfectly fit in our team. He's veteran, he's playing with good efforts, he's showing a good work ethic and good example in and out of the court. So I'm very happy about Donatas.
Okay, we'll take the last question here in the front.
Coach, hi, I'm Mon from Dagat, Philippines. So you started the game lights out from three-point area. So just want to ask, as a team and as a coach, how much do you give importance to your players to shoot those threes?
We start shooting threes, we start making, and I think before the game we felt a little bit of freedom because this game wasn't so important if you're talking about playoffs. And maybe of this, players start the game with less stress and share the ball easy and attack basket easy with no pressure. So next game will be playoff game, elimination game, so it will be different.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.